Men are avoiding masculine women. Guys, I'm just telling you, we're at this point now where guys are just tired of the BS, they're tired of the nonsense, and they're done with it. You know, women around the world are competing for us. And I called it. It's only going to get harsher and harsher. They say, go where you are appreciated, go where you are celebrated. And I'm pretty much done with this. I'm done with the nonsense. When I was in uni, I could have my pick of Japanese girls. I'm just being honest with you. I went to university with a lot of Japanese people, a lot of Japanese people. I spent a lot of time with Japanese people, drinking, smoking, just literal. I mean, I've had many Japanese best friends. Okay, if that really explains it to you. For me, Japanese girls, it was always just easy, right? And I was just, it's like I felt like I wanted to explore, but yeah, I'm done with it. Like I'm gonna get myself a Japanese girl. I'm gonna get myself a Japanese girl. I know there's some Filipina crying out there. I'm gonna get myself a Japanese girl. Yeah, yeah. My Yui's been trying to set me up with a northern Japanese girl. I'm probably gonna go to northern Japan, get myself a northern Japanese girl. I'm done with this. I'm done with the nonsense. Every man is pretty much done with this crap. These masculine women in Western society. That no one wants that masculine energy. It's extremely toxic and vitriolic. These same individuals, they are just embedded upon the streets. It's crazy when you see young Gen Z women crying about not being able to survive and struggling in Western society. But if you really investigate what they are up to and what they are doing, you realize that they are all living deeply off the simp economy. I'm not crying for these women. They made a conscious decision to choose and live the lives that they are living. Women were not designed to be single. Okay? Women were not designed to live without a husband. They are not designed to survive without the family unit. And this experiment is a joke because let me make it very, very clear. All of those 70s feminists, they all had their husbands to subsidize their living. So when they decided that they were going to go out into the workforce and do all of these things, all of them had men to back them up. They all had their husbands. They all had that foundation so they could go out there and do these things and then run their mouths and act like they're Miss Independent. They were not independent. They still had their families, they still had their communities, they still had their husbands, they still had their children. Okay? This is a complete joke what these people are out here doing. They're out here crying and acting like the world is so hard for them, but then on the other hand, they're out here in the streets doing this type of thing.
Anyone else just work their ass off for like the last 3 or 4 years for like a college degree, and now you have a job that you hate and you still can't afford life and you're still fucking miserable and you can't pay any of your bills and you can't live in the house that you imagine, and you just feel lied to because you thought that if you just went to college and got a degree you'd be able to afford a house and like things that make you happy, but yet you're still barely can afford groceries or clothes or literally anything that makes you happy at all, and you had to spend the whole entire weekend in your bed because you literally don't have any money to go do anything other, like if you buy food you just can't have an entertainment budget. So I'm just wondering if anyone else is dealing with something like this or if it's just me, because this shit ain't it.
Don't cry for this one. Don't cry for this one. You see, Gen Z is they're very quick to jump down our throats to say that, oh, you boomers destroyed the economy. Bro, I am a Zennial. I'll be 41 in a couple of months. All right. Y'all need to miss me with that energy. Okay? Miss me with that energy, or we got something special for you. Because these little Gen Zers, they think we're all stupid. All right. They're out here running their mouths, blaming everyone for what's happened. But I mean, look at yourselves in the mirror. Like these people, they're not living the best of lives.
Empire is
the fact that when I was growing up in the early to mid 2000s, my dad only worked one job and my mom was a stay-at-home mom for 90% of my life. And we were really lucky, and my dad made about 100K at his job, and that was enough to support a family of 4 on 7 acres of land plus build our own house. And now that I'm an adult living on my own, I'm single, I have no kids, I can barely even afford rent. Their mortgage payment was $790. I make 60% of what my dad made in the early 2000s, and he was supporting a family of 4 on his solo salary of 100K, and I can't even support myself on a salary of just under 60K. Like, make it make sense.
So here's something very interesting, because Gen Zers are not good with reading, math, science, just the basics of arithmetic. She's maybe, I think, 22 years old, and she's just starting her life, and she's furious that she cannot afford a house. Her father was making $100,000. She's acting like he started off making $100,000. A lot of, and I'll even admit it, a lot of boomers started off with like fast food jobs. Like, I know my father was like, I think in the 80s, he was like doing fast food jobs, and he just worked his way up. And then by the 90s, he was making like $60,000. That was 10 years. It took 10 years. I mean, granted, it was like 1992, 1993. Oh, yeah, no, it was like, yeah, it was right around there. But I mean, granted, it took 10 years to go from making like ten or $15,000 a year to, to making $60,000 a year. And granted, yes, he did it with no college degree, but it's like Gen Zs, they're crazy people. There's something wrong with them psychologically. There's something missing from these people. There's like no God inside of them. You know, like she thinks that we're stupid. Oh, he raised a family of 4 on $100,000 and 7 acres of land. If you look at the video that I'm playing right now, you look at the background of this video game. This is a rural area. Okay, where does this girl live? Does she live in a rural area? Because 7 acres of land. Usually, people who have that kind of land are living in somewhat of a rural area. You're not going to pick up 7 acres of land in a city. Where is she living? She very well may be living in a city, and she thinks that she should be able to afford what her parents were able to afford while living in a city. Again, they're not good at math. They're not good at arithmetic. They're not good at logic. Okay? She thinks that just out of just out of college, because she has a college degree, she should be pulling $100,000. Like, bro, are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me? You think that with your degree in gender studies, dance theory, you should be getting $100,000 a year, and you should be able to purchase a home in your early 20s by yourself. Like, I mean, guys, these people are so toxic. So toxic, it's ridiculous. They want the entire world, and they think everyone's supposed to cry for them, and they think we're all stupid. They think we're all stupid, like we haven't been there. We don't know what the world is actually like. Oh my gosh, look at me. Woe is me. It's just everything is so bad for me. Cry for me. Like, no, dude. Absolutely not.
Can work culture really be like, hey, come work for me, but before you do so, go to school for 4 years, rack up like 100K in debt. Now you can work for me, but I'm never going to pay you enough to ever be able to buy your own house or afford to own your own car. So you're always going to be basically slave laboring away just to rent a temporary spot on this planet and a temporary car to drive to get to the job that you need to pay off the debt that you needed to get the job. I just want to know where we went wrong and why that is the cycle and how to break free, because that just does not sound great.
Yeah, so how about this one? A car is supposed to get you from point A to point B. Okay, I didn't have people to guide me when I was growing up. I ended up purchasing an SUV that was older. It was a used car, but I couldn't afford it. And like, they really think people were born yesterday. Like, this little girl thinks that like I was born yesterday. All right, okay. A car is to get you from point A to point B, and it's amazing because there's all of this knowledge now. There's all of these people like me that will tell you what it's about, how you can live, what to do. Don't buy an expensive car. I mean, like, literally $5,000, whatever, but they don't care. These people are so greedy that they want to live like, I don't know, like was it like moving on up, moving on up. Like these people really think that's the life that they're entitled to. These are some bad people, man. I've said it plenty of times. They're not good people. They're bad people. Bad people.
really kill for there to be some sort of sign, message from whatever God or whoever the fuck you believe in that can tell me if I'm doing things right or not. Like, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right things with my life right now? Because my biggest fucking fear is getting to where I'm like 50 or 60 years old, looking back on these years of my life, my early 20s, what are supposed to be some of the best years of my life, and being filled with so much regret, or looking back and just realizing that I wasted all my fucking time in a pointless job or doing shit that was a complete waste of time. And I know it's all character building and it learns skills and whatever, but like, I'm so terrified that I'm wasting the best years of my life because I just don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. When I was in college, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life, so I got a STEM major because I thought it would make me at least look kind of smart, and then I would get a higher paying job based off of that alone. I was wrong on that. Don't do what I did. But also, it's just like, there's no fucking sign. Like, you mean to tell me I'm just supposed to make a decision willy-nilly with no, like, obviously, yes, do research, but like, make a decision and just hope it's right, live the rest of my life, and then one day I might have realized that I made the wrong decision. I'm just supposed to be living with that regret? Like, I'm sorry. No, there has to be a better way. I'm not about to sit here for the next fucking 30 years, 40 years, and waste my life in some fucking job that I don't give a shit about, I have no passion for. You expect me to just sit here doing this job, hoping I'm on the right path, hoping I'll get a promotion, hoping that I'll get some sort of raise, when there's no feeling inside, no sign, no nothing that tells me that I'm on the right path? Like, how do you people know what you're supposed to be doing with your lives? I don't get it.
Who raised this Joker? That's one of my first questions. Who raised this Joker? Because if I caught my kid out here acting a fool like this, it would be the end. Okay, it would be the absolute end. I'm so serious. Who raised this Joker? Okay, because this is a clown.
So much hate on my pinned TikTok about not being able to afford life currently, and a lot of people are commenting saying like, I'm only in my 20s and like, what did I expect? I shouldn't expect to be instantly successful, and I need time to build experience and connections and things like that, which I completely understand. What I'm saying is my generation is facing insane tax rates. Like, they're gonna take away Social Security by the time I'm 70. I'm literally working with no incentive. I'm gonna be working until I'm fucking dead, basically. For what? I still can't afford anything, and we're literally about to go into World War III. How do you expect me to go to work every day with a smile on my fucking face, want to build connections, build experience, when I'm scared that we're gonna get fucking taken over or invaded or anything like that, when I can't even afford a box of fucking cereal for breakfast? What do you expect me?
This little girl is really annoying. Your little girl is really, really, really annoying. I'm telling you. Like, I am exhausted with this child. I am exhausted with this child. They seem to think that the world owes them everything and that they should be spoon fed everything because, hey, life is hard and they're Gen Z. The Zoomers are just as bad as the Boomers. And as you can see, they are starving for Social Security. They're starving for that Social Security money. The Boomers are going to fight tooth and nail to get to clean that pot out as best they can. But the Zoomers are desperate for it. And there's a saying that I heard. I repeated it. A saying I heard recently. A hungry man is a dangerous man. And these people you could see that the hunger inside of them. Okay, I'm telling you, like I have visions of the future, seeing these people doing the whole Target thing again, like taking over Targets and scraping the cash registers. Some little white girl, just clearing out the cash register, tears in her eyes as she's cleaning out the coins and loading it into her pockets because she wanted. Oh God. Oh God, oh God, what is America? What is America? Oh my God. Guys, Gen Z. Oh my God, Gen Z is so horrible. Gen Z they're gonna loot, guys. They're gonna loot. They're gonna loot and they're gonna steal from all of us. All right? They're gonna steal from all of us. Okay, this video is supposed to be about avoiding masculine women. But as you can see, it's just a tangent on Gen Z. Holy cow. Gen Z. It's not that they're living rent free. Okay, because I'm getting revenge too. All right, these videos where I'm calling them out and letting the world see who they are, and the world is seeing who they are. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Why, oh God, did they put these people? How the hell did the Boomers reincarnate? Like, seriously, they're still here, and guys, do you guys realize that the Boomers reincarnated? Like, Gen Z are the Boomers reincarnates. They've been here. The boomers have been here for so long. Like something's wrong, guys. We're in a time loop, like Rick and Morty. Obviously there's some kind of time dilation thing going on. Morty even said it. Like I saw a clip where Morty was like, "Rick, I haven't gone to school in years." Which is suggesting like, time is not flowing normally or naturally. It's clear, like we all feel like the boomers should have been like, what are they still doing here? How are they still how are they still here? Something's not right. Like this real I just like they're not going anywhere. It's like, oh, they'll be gone in 10 years. No, they won't. No, they won't. All right. And there's already reports that, many boomers are now expected to live over 100. Like, yeah, guys, something's wrong with this timeline. So the boomers have done something. They did something. Something's not right. They figured it out as a simulation a long time ago and started manipulating it. I don't know. But I just don't know how these people are still here, because the Zoomers have reincarnated. The Zoomers are literally the Boomers reincarnated, and it's like, I guess it was just taking too long, so they just let them. Who's ever behind this whole thing, just let them reincarnate. Just let them reincarnate before they even left, because they are 100% the Boomers reincarnated. I don't like these people. I do not like these people. They messed up. Look at this. They messed up my video. Gen Z messed up my video. They keep messing up everything. Gen Z, you do not have a friend in me. All right? You do not have a friend in me, Gen Z. Guys, if you're enjoying these videos, you can check out my Angry channel where I discuss gaming, anime, geek stuff, nerd stuff, real world stuff, or whatever else interests me. There's a link to the description of the video. And if you're enjoying the content on this channel and you want even more of this content, you can head over to the Men Walking Away channel where I release daily videos. There's a link to the description of the video. Go check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the content. Men are avoiding masculine women, but Gen Z is just terrible. Yeah, no. You guys are bad apples. Okay, you're a bunch of bad little apples. You hear me? You hear me, Gen Zers? You're bad little apples. You're bad little apples. Oh my gosh, you're bad little apples. Oh my goodness gracious. And it's to the street. It's from the streets you came, into the streets you shall return. You're bad children. Very, very bad. You're pushing like 30 now, a lot of you. All right? You should be ashamed of yourselves. And it's like, I was at the point where I was advocating for you guys to be jailed, but the problem is that it hit me. Like, a lot of people said it, like, yeah, there's problems with that one. Okay? They're just gonna have you send them to jail, you send them to prison. They're just gonna have a good time. They're just gonna have, these are bad people. You send them to prison, they're just gonna have a good time. They're gonna free food, so they're gonna eat, sleep, drink, smoke, fart, work out, watch TV, and get laid. And then they'll do it all again the next day. Okay? Oh, and yep, and some of y'all pointed this out, and get tatted up because they love their tattoos. Like, seriously? Like you'll see them going in and then coming out, and like going and then heading to court appearances, like literally shaved heads and just like tattoos like every corner of them. Like, what the hell is going on here? All right, they will cut like literally tatted up from head to toe. Like, this is all they're gonna be doing in there. All right, and this, we know how this generation works. We know exactly how they work, so they're gonna be in there having a lot of fun. It's gonna be one big party inside there. This is a bad group of people, man. Rent free? No. I don't know what to do with these people, guys. I have no idea. They haven't beaten me. Gen Z hasn't beaten me. But there has to be, it's like, because what do you do with these people when prison is, like I said, you send them to prison, they're just gonna have a good time. Let's talk about everything we discussed here in the comments, guys. I would know your thoughts on everything we discussed. We'll talk about it there. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA Men Walking Away. And cheers.